That's dope. That's dope.
What is up, everybody? This is Scott Nelson as the Wolf of. You can see I am on vacation. I'm at the beach. It is Wednesday, March 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm down here on the first floor of this house as an internet refugee looking for the best possible wireless connection that I can warn you guys. I am charting on a tiny laptop. I'll be looking down to see it. I don't have my big screens in front of me. So it is very possible that the charts will look really small on this stream. I don't know how to make them look big if I'm on a tiny little computer. You may have noticed today that my designer put that stupid face image up of me while I was on vacation. We will not be doing any more stupid face flyers because I don't like stupid face flyers. So I already saw people commenting about it. Apparently, if you have a stupid face on a flyer, it makes you a shill. And apparently, if you comment on it, it makes you a huge dick. You're a dick and you got deleted. Anyways, I'm going to dive in because I have a lot of charts here to do and I really want to go surfing. I should mention this newsletter. Go ahead, share my screen. This stream every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm looking for my shoes. I also don't have a mic. I'm talking into my AirPods. Is for chart requests for subscribers to the Wolf Den newsletter. You can check that out here. I'm showing the link. It's also in the description. And tomorrow's issue is actually free. So everybody should sign up for that. I also have to tell you that I'm not going to be looking at your comments. I have this tiny little screen, so I'm going to miss most of what you guys are saying. But if you're trying to subscribe to newsletter, you click on newsletter up top. That's the free version. You click on member. That's the $15 a month version, which is 5 days a week and is awesome. It's great. It's great. I hope you're having a great time. I'm having an amazing time out here. Finally, the weather is turning. It's been kind of cold with insane winds. But I've been out there with my daughter in a wetsuit pretending that it's the middle of summer, but it's actually getting warmer today, which is kind of sweet. I think that I got all the chart requests that came in and we're going to start plowing through them now. I want to actually just take a look at Bitcoin really quick because, flipping support resistance to support here, looking amazing. I still think that this 63,387 target is in play. We had this range here. The low, high, higher, low, higher, high, continuing up, breaking the range, breaking through the last resistance. The only resistance left now is the area around 58,000, where we had the all-time high. The one thing that I'm watching for, we had the bullish divergence here, but we do have a potential not hidden, we have a potential bearish divergence here. So we want to just see that RSI continue to push back over this little high here and continue up. But I'm not really concerned about that at all, to be honest. I think it'll keep pushing and YOLO, right? Shit, whatever that's going to do. So the first request, I think here is Ave Maria. AAVE versus Bitcoin. Yeah, there's a chart obviously from last time. Clearly we had this local support here. Again, I know it's awkward that I'm looking down. I'm usually looking at a screen that's like behind the camera. So kind of feels weird. Feels weird, man. Feels bad, man. It did break out, but then has done nothing but go down and it broke this support. I mean, it is retesting this line as support right now, but it doesn't really look too spectacular. I mean, if Bitcoin drops, alts probably hurt. If Bitcoin goes up, alts will probably hurt on the Bitcoin pair. So this is one of those kind of moments where maybe you just want to sit and wait and see what Bitcoin does before trading alts. I've been pretty sparing with the alt setups as a result, right? You've noticed probably. Something like this, basically, at the top half of this range, resistance there, support. I see it stay on the top half, but ultimately now with these two highs right here, both and almost a third, hitting this level right around 8558 to 8579, you want to get above that, right? So you're looking for the safest way to trade this would be here, right? And then heading up. AAVE. Who's Maria? That Maria. Alpha tether. Was I supposed to look at the tether pair? Alpha. Beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, epsilon, theta, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, xi, omicron, phi, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega. Yes, frat boy stuff. I'm just adjusting this channel a little bit here to right there and right there. So this hasn't changed since last we looked at it either, except for that it's just kind of hugging support. But actually, if you're the kind of person who likes to take a position with a relatively tight stop, this is a good spot. It's sitting on the 50 daily MA right there, that blue line. We don't even have a 200 yet. My red lines are the 200, my blue lines are the 50 generally. And it's sitting on the support. Although it's riding it hard, so it could break down, but you can have stops kind of down here. And then you can trail them up if it continues up. I mean, it doesn't look great, but it is on support. So even if you think you're gonna lose, sometimes it's worth taking it. But you really wanna see, if we're drilling in here, see this line at 1.87, you wanna be above it, right? This is, look at all this resistance, 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5, 6, those get their candles that have been rejected here, another 7th over here. So you know you wanna go up here, do that. So I wouldn't enter this even on support without the confirmation of breaking 1.875 personally, but have at it, do your thing, live your life. Hey. My singing is off. Trash. Coming over here. Where have the albums gone? Oh man, they're not behind me. I'm got a new background. I know. A bunch of people asking for coins. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, I haven't been able to keep up with it, but I do know that they launched paid volume 2 and the price is back up above $2, basically almost to where it was before they had their hack. So I'm going to check that out super quickly after we get all of this done. Back to the charts. I don't know what this is. API 3, APA3, that famous new coin called APA3. I mean, I can't make this exact, but you know, this is clearly where it's at right now. 2 turntables and a microphone. Where it's at. You know, support, tons of resistance. Tons of, so you kind of see it hanging above this area. I mean, personally, you know, oh God, doing this on a laptop is so hard. Usually I have a mouse and keyboard and mouse board, key mouse. But yeah, I would really want to see it breaking that. It lost the 50 here. It's rejected at the 200. It is on the 4-hour. And I don't like how far it retraced this move, right? I mean, ideally, I want to see it show some bowels, but let's show me your fibs right here on this move. You go ahead and extend those. If you want to extend your fibs, you go to style, extend lines, right? But actually, this is a golden pocket retracement, basically, probably a little further. That's probably like 70%, but you know, right around the 61.8, that should be the full retracement of something like this. You might come down here to the 78.6, unless it's just literally that was like some trash pump and dump and you're going to leak all the way out. But this being in this kind of support zone and around the golden pocket, 61%, 65%, this could be a good entry for a long. It's a bit of a knife catch, but that's my view on API 3. Not 2, not 1 API. API 3. AXS, Tether OOS. Wow. This is in price discovery from all-time high. I haven't even said except for bullish. Never looked at this chart, I don't think. But these are your key areas, obviously. Right? You pull from the right to the left is where you look. So I lock it in here, and you can tell that that's perfect right there. That's how you get these levels. Probably another level right in here. Right? And then something through here. Ish. Right? And maybe one right here if you're looking for something. But I mean, this is getting real nitpicky. It's whatever. Yeah, I mean, this has done nothing but make low high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, you know, it's a bullish chart. It's almost going parabolic here, you know. So, oh my God, it keeps pulling the wrong tool. Maybe you pull this and call that your key support, something like that. And you keep riding this until it goes, right? And you can pull a channel here too, I'm quite sure. Let's see, price loves channels, right? Always pull a channel first and whatever. So even if it is, it's trying to exit the top. So, you know, we can pull it all the way back, doesn't matter. This is bullish. It's literally like it went price discovery after going into price discovery yesterday. That's kind of what you want to see. So, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, shut up. This is unit protocol, which apparently is called DUCKK. There's also DLP, DUCKK liquidity pool. I don't know, but this is, someone asked for specifically for unit protocol, something or other. And this is it for wrapped ether, Uniswap. It's the only way to really chart these. There's a beautiful rounding bottom. I mean, these are tough to read, of course, because, you know, it has the, you see this on every chart, by the way, guys. Every new chart on Uniswap, this is bots pump the price and then bots dump it. They make guaranteed money when it enters, and you generally see this leak away, and then you can judge price movement. This is why you can't really buy things right when they launch, because that's total bot action at the very beginning, and it makes it very, very, very difficult. I mean, I kind of just think it's ranging here a little bit. So you want to wait till you break above that, see rejected, rejected, back to the bottom, trading at the top. So I would personally be looking for something like this, you know, one of these and then up. If I'm not saying it's going to do that, I'm saying you would trade it when it comes back for that retest of resistance as support. If we're not going to look at it as range, we probably have a little ascending channel, I would imagine. Might be more accurate, actually. Something like that. So hard for me to get it exact on this computer, but you get the idea. And in that case, you're at the bottom half. So you want to exit that channel. I kind of like that better, actually, than the range. That's how I would be looking at that. I don't see an immediate entry. It also has the potential to do left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and come down, and that would be less than desirable. So, and also you have descend resist here with volume here a bit, with price still continuing to slightly rise. I don't know. It's kind of in a weird spot. Looks like it's trading sideways. I wouldn't really know personally how to find an entry on that right now. So I would go back to this bias that we did before. Computer's tripping, something like that, and just wait till it flips. You want to be above this regardless. You don't want to trade it below that because it's been rejected there twice. You want to see that flip to support. Unit protocol. There's a third word. I can't see it. Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever, man. Don't know. Not gonna look good. Bitcoin's trying to retest all-time highs again. So I liked this breakout. It was nice. I like this move above here. No, it's less than great. But it's back to support here at 3217862. These numbers are really small. My eyes. Oh, I feel like the guy on Rage of the Lost Ark. My face is melting here. The light, whatever. I mean, I'm really bullish on Ethereum, honestly. I don't really care about the chart to any great degree. I know that sounds crazy, but I talk about it all the time. Institutions are coming for Ethereum. I think, I mean, in the newsletter today, Into the Block, who write an amazing analysis every single Wednesday, did a full analysis on ETH and 4 reasons to be extremely bullish based on, not on charts, on, you know, on-chain metrics and stuff. I mean, it's just being used, it's being bought up. Supply is now being reduced as they burn some with the new procedures in place. Just, you know, whatever. Ethereum is going to drop slightly when Bitcoin's moving, but I think that Ethereum will catch up and do exceptionally well. That said, chart doesn't look great right here. If you're just strictly trading on a chart, it's You know, I would, that's an old demand that was beat up from the feet up. So I'd be looking here if I'm looking to buy a dip. Pretty simple, right? This is the last area. We had probably a lot of buying around here, interest, so whatever. But and then there's a potential here. It would be weird, still grabbing the wrong tool, but this kind of has a head and shoulders vibe if it broke down that. But I don't think we're gonna worry about that. That range doesn't even matter anymore. So for now, I mean, if you want to get on it like this, which is the line we had before, but if you want to draw a fresh line, you could say, hey, when it breaks this, then we're heading back up. And it got rejected actually in a pretty predictable place, because if we were going to draw supply here, that's where you would have done it off this candle. So maybe something like this for ETH Bitcoin. Not honestly, I'm not really worried about it. Like, that's what happens, right? Bitcoin moves, everything gets a little bit wrecked, and then stuff catches up, and usually it's Ethereum first. So hard to look at the chart and feel particularly amazing about it at this exact moment, but welcome. I'm going to look at your comments for a second. I already looked at that. Is it weird that you guys are like looking at me looking down? Is that weird? A lot of people talking about Tron. A lot of people, 1.9 trillion getting printed in US. Any thoughts? Yeah, inflation. People are probably going to use that money to buy, but money printing is a bit of a misnomer. They're not printing money; they're allowing banks to own it. But yeah, they are sending us a whole bunch of checks, and people are going to make it rain. That's what people do when you give them free money, especially in the United States. Yeah, they either make it rain or they buy Bitcoin. That's not really true. Neither of those things. I'm going back over here. I already told you about AAVE. A bunch of people are asking for charts. That's not going to happen. Surf's up. Yep, and I'm here with you guys. I don't know what that means, but sounds awesome. I use TradingView. That's my charting software. And now Super's on the list. It's coming. All right, I'm gonna go back to the charts. EWT, I don't know, man. Breaking support here. All the alts look the same. They're getting beat up by Bitcoin. Like I keep saying, I'm not really trying to trade alts aggressively right now because Bitcoin is in a correction and is now exiting. If Bitcoin rips, it's gonna make that sound when it does it too. TradingView is actually adding that sound for red candles. Anytime a candle goes, if you have your sound on, it just goes. It's not true. It's not going to really happen. I mean, listen, this is retraced. This is like BART, reverse BART. Who can trade this? Nobody. But if you need to, then pull a little range here from here to here. Try to get it flat on your laptop. You're losing the range half, so maybe you're coming back down here to test this. Local demand is off this candle, so somewhere in here. I don't know. Like, I see no reason to trade most of these that I'm looking at right now, because why would you trade them when they're all completely in like the middle ground of what could happen? None of these charts look like, none of these charts are screaming bullish right now on altcoins that I'm looking at for you guys. They're just not. I wait till Bitcoin chills here. But that said, low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So as long as you're above here, this has a bullish structure that's rising. So that is something you can hang your cute little hat on. This type thing. Okay. Energy, web, token. Power Rangers. Hey, look, Ford looks good because it's not a shitcoin. Wow, Ford looks great here. That's a weekly chart. Dang. Going back to the crash. Should have probably bought some Ford last March, huh? I guess people still need cars. After at this chart, probably in 6 months, and everything's accurate. Look at that line. 1046. Support, break, resistance in March, and now flipped it with 2 weekly candles, testing it as support and moving away. This looks bananas. Ford looks amazing. Looks amazing. Makes me want to go like buy a truck built for tough, like my charts. I mean, this even flipped another level, guys. This looks good. Dang. This chart is built for tough. Might go have to get a Taurus. Might go buy a Ford Taurus after seeing this. I mean, that's the next resistance. You can draw it. Maybe we go here. 1348. If it flips that, honestly, man, we're going to the highs, 18 bucks. Who knows after that? All I can tell you is Ford looks real good here. Super bullish. It's flipping everything. The 50 MA is curling up on the weekly. If it keeps up like this, it'll golden cross. Here's the death cross. Let's check the daily. I mean, doing an ascending wedge kind of thing. That's not the most bullish in the world, but it looks like it's pushing through the top. Oh my God, I keep grabbing the info line tool. So, okay. So let's calm down, Scott. Chill the fuck out. Maybe don't go buy a fucking shitty American POS car just because of a chart. This is at resistance of this little ascending wedge. Fords are great. Sure, they're great. Model T, bro. But this is at resistance. So, but we've seen in a bullish move, and I've talked about this a million times, rising wedges, ascending wedges, whatever you want to call them, are supposed to be bearish, but in a bull trend, they get smashed. Bitcoin smashes these. Like, I mean, it makes a mockery of these as a bearish pattern on the regular. It really does. So I wouldn't worry about this too much. It looks like it might flip it. But yeah, I mean, love this weekly chart. It's real bullish. I think this is going at least to 1348 here, and then we'll see if it flips it. Ford looked good. Ford Motor Cars. Doing motors and cars. FTT. Don't even know where the coin is. Just see a bunch of lines because I haven't charted this in so long, probably. Is it up or down, guys? I'll play a game called Is Price Higher or Lower? Way higher. So we were charting that down here. I mean, last time I opened it, price was here. Wait, this is on Libby. Let me see if I got a better chart. Whatever, it'll work. It will work. Oh, it's also whatever. Daily chart. Looks like I don't even need to look. It's flipping the range high right now. Is that the all-time high? Yeah, this is bull. Now, I don't like this candle, but we have to see how it's followed up. But this is like right at the place where you make a decision very soon, right? This was the all-time high. I can't even tell. I'm like, shh, little laptop. That did technically close above that line. Barely. But barely. These are just very indecisive candles. This could be a shooting star. That would normally mean you're coming down if this candle closes red, blue in my case. And this little doji is indecisive. So I don't know. You want to see a strong close above and then catch the retest. So you want to see like a candle closing up here somewhere, then, you know, buy it here. It's risky. You can do it here right now, but it's risky. You might be coming back down here first before you head up. But I mean, I wouldn't bet against FTX. Sam Bankman-Fried, man, that dude just making billions. Billions. He's the Bobby Axelrod of this. But yeah, I mean, this is like entering price discovery again. This chart has done basically nothing but go off. So, Sam coins. But this is right at resistance. We're sitting on it. It's hard to even tell zooming in. So I want to see it up here, and then we're in price discovery. That work for y'all? GSWAP. Ain't nothing but a GSWAP, baby. Too low down. Trading view is crazy. I mean, this is stupid. GameSwap, not to be confused with GameStop. This is how I would have drawn it. And then you have this Savage SFP up here and another Savage one down there. Again, like, what should we do with these charts? I don't know, man. look at the daily. It's a little ass screen. Hard to trade on little screens, man. Chart, I should say, to trade on a Texas Instruments little calculator. Yeah, I mean, it's nice that it held that level. That was a key support. Pop that. I don't want to see it exit this range. If you're really aggressive, it is at the EQ of the range right here, this 50% level of the trading range. If it drops to the bottom, maybe get it there, but ideally, I know if you like to trade with confirmation, which people think is a meme, but you want to be above this and closing candles up here and up. You can't even like draw diagonals here because of these stupid wicks right here. Dumb ass wicks. So the answer is generally this looks bullish, right? I mean, this is clearly uptrending. It's consolidating. I just find it hard to read that with these wicks. I want to be above that range. GSWAP, baby. Too loped out. Can't say that word. Going crazy. Death row is the label that pays me. Unfadable, so please don't try to fade these back to the lecture. And perceptive, so I'm gonna let them understand from a young G's perspective. And before me to find a contraceptive, you never know she goes in there, man. And learn. Sorry, I'm trying to look at IOTA while I'm rapping. Well, we were right about this move, and I pulled these obviously, and you can see yet again, just like kind of around between the 78.6, the 60. This is where you're going to find a whole lot of resistance. It kind of looks diamond toppy, but there's no wick up here, so I don't know. This is now, my God, these coins all look the same. Y'all should have just asked me like, hey, could you just a coin? Fine. I don't know, something like this. I don't even know if I should draw it off that one or this one. I want to take the whole range. Maybe we do this. Because then you have this sort of clear range rejection at the highs. And this is now, yeah, I like that. That's your range from here to here. Look at all the rejections and how much action there is. This is how you find out if your range is good. I tell you this, right? There's a lot around that equilibrium, and this is breaking. So I would expect this to be coming down a bit more. But ultimately, again, your range, after it breaks the top, or you short after it leaves the bottom, you get chopped up. That's what you talk about, sideways chop. This is chopping sideways, but it's after a move up. So in theory, this should be bullish consolidation. We should see it head up. Look. Volume is decreasing, consolidates after real volume on the move. It's fine. Just don't see a reason to buy it here. It's IOTA, LYOTA. Where KSM? Where are you? KSM. We'll check the daily first. I mean, this is basically a price discovery. This is funny. I always talk about this, right? Like, there's a bullpen in, but it's going to usually break support and turn into like some sort of flag or something. That's what that happened there. Looking back. Looking back, looking back, looking back. So many charts. I mean, this is an all-time high discovery on this pair, and it's retesting right now. Looks good. I could probably spoil the party and look for bear div, and we'll probably find one in a situation like this. Yeah. So you really want to see this push up. I mean, the bear div's inevitable when RSI got this high. Not that big of a concern, but like I'd be very careful here. Even though this looks like it's flipping the all-time high to support, which it did like to the penny here, it's barely broke. You don't want to see this. Like if this breaks support here, you're going to have an elbow down on RSI. It's going to go like that, and then you're going to have a pretty clear bear div. So you want, I wouldn't buy it right now. I would wait at least until you see that this is not going to bear div. I don't know. Tough call because it did yesterday break the all-time high. So I like it. There are people, if you never did RSI, people would say, hey, this is a resistance and support flip. Have at it. So if that's your style, have at it. Have at it. But this looks good. It's all-time high. It's making an all-time high. Coming back to the chat for a second. Had no idea you were the Wolf of Wall Street. You should add to your channel name. Maybe. Yeah, probably. Probably. I like to be an international man of mysterious mystery. Just reading some comments real quick. What do you think about Hero? Thought it would be part of this stream. To be clear, I only chart things that my paid subscribers request. That's why it's not a part of the stream, but I love Hero. My wife is basically the marketing director of Hero. I'm friends with the CEO, Dan Gunsberg of Hero. I really love what they're doing, and I think they're amazing, and I talk about them all the time because I think that they have an incredible product. So I'm very bullish on Hero. If you search Wolf of Wall Street, my channel comes up. SEO. Oh, shit. Just tight. My search engine is optimized. Link. It's nuts. We should brand the USD since it's such a shitcoin, the dollar. We should rebrand it to the USD's nuts. Do you guys remember D's nuts jokes from like the late 90s, early 2000s? Speaking of Dr. Dre, he had one on his album. Hey, what's his name? Don't get at you yesterday. Who? D's nuts. Do y'all remember that? But D's nuts jokes were hilarious. On par with mama jokes. Well, this was the last buy entry I had for Link USD. It's up. It's up. This was the drop that everybody heard recently. Kind of looks like a Bitcoin chart, just not quite as good, right? Not quite as close to the highs. Bitcoin doing right now? Bitcoin's at $57,000. I mean, like, yeah, this looks fine, but you'd have been better off in Bitcoin. It's also at resistance. It's really. So what's the name? Don't get at you yesterday? Who? These nuts. Children of my era. You know what it is. Yeah, I mean, something through here, right? So you want to be above that. Ultimately, though, smartest trade is above $36.92 when this enters into price discovery of price, discovering prices which are being discovered. I would have drawn it like this, so that's fine. It's fine. But if you pull up the Bitcoin pair, if this is going down today against USD and Bitcoin's going up, you know this is getting wrecked by Bitcoin. Bitcoin is pushing it in. So I think it's fine. I would wait till it breaks above like this area where it just got rejected, targeting there. It drops. Kind of even hard, I would say, just eyeballing it on this, something like here, right? Because look at all these candles that played. And let's see, all the way back to here, same, all the way back to here, there, right? That's cool. So yeah, I think Link broke out on this pair. Technically, there's no volume. Nobody cares about altcoins right now, dude. They're watching Bitcoin. Is what it is. I'm so glad that you guys know who I am. I hate to think that my alter egos and multiple personalities were not recognized. That was pretty good. I would say that's your support. If it breaks down, you start to worry. But for now, I think this looks pretty okay. Pretty okay. Yes, I rented a house for vacation. It's got a bottom floor apartment right now, which is where I'm at, on the bottom floor apartment by the internet, doing internet things. Litecoin, man, it's been flirting with these range lows since early February. I mean, the last week of February. Even broke it, trying to break it again. I don't know, man. I mean, Litecoin should be fine, right? Bitcoin, then Ethereum will do its thing, and Litecoin do its thing, and Grayscale has a Litecoin, and coins are light. I mean, if you're buying it against Bitcoin right now, it is in the area of a generally in support. Just has not done anything. Maybe you say, hey, There's my support. If it breaks, I'm out of here. But I mean, this does look like a bear pennant. Let's be honest. Right? Drop, pet it. If it breaks this support, should be heading down. I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying it's going down. I'm saying if it breaks that support, technically you have a bear pennant here. Bear pennant on a support that's looking kind of weakened at the moment. I don't know. Can't get behind getting excited about Litecoin here. I'm sure it'll listen, it's at support. So if it breaks above this, which would be great, you're going up to the top of that range. Right now, I would watch this line and this line. Break below. Looks like doo-doo. If it breaks above, party on, Wayne. LYXE. LYXE. I guess I was right about this last week. I said it was good, right? I don't know. Kind of about to test. I mean, listen, this is a massive rounding out, exit up. I mean, this chart is just so bullish. So bullish. It flipped this level, obviously, to support. Heading up, I would say that it's just tappy. Almost. This is where I would draw the next resistance, and support didn't quite get there. Listen, if this candle closes up here, that's like a nice reversal candle. There's real demand there on that wick. This looks fine. Looks fine. I think this looks good. It's been price discovery as of yesterday. All right, you're going to get some retracement. Nothing goes straight up. Yeah, it looks good. Still looks good. LYXE. Greg, that is really too kind. Thank you. Thank you. I do feel like I'm living the dream, but sometimes I feel like I should just retire. How's my mom's portfolio doing? She's upstairs. We could ask her. I took my parents on vacation. It's really nice. Really nice. Got my kids here, my parents here. Everybody's hanging out, doing their thing. Litecoin is so boring, right? Oh my God. So boring. What do I say about Matic? Nobody asked for it, but my God, what a child. I've done like a 20x on Matic here or something. Yeah, like 14, 15x since I started posting it only a few weeks ago. That was a setup for subscribers with 3 different entries. They rebranded. They've done exceptionally well. And now they got the Coinbase Pro listing. Yeah, dude. Yes, mate. Did you look into it? I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to because I just talk and I forget what I said. Nio, guys, stonks. Let's look at some stonks. Stonks. All right. Okay, player. Let's look at it on the weekly. First of all, I mean, looks like it's finding support here on the weekly, even though it closed a little bit. It held it. It opened below. That's a gap because that's the week. They take off the weekend, whatever. It looks to be holding support. So I kind of like this here. I like this here after this drop. Kind of like almost a 50% off discount. 66 didn't make it 33, but it's like 33 has dropped 50%. That is a 50% drop. 50% drop from the highs. Not a retracement, but 50% drop from the highs. Looks pretty good. If it holds 38.11, should be heading back up to 66. I mean, guys, when you're charting stocks, it's like it kind of matters what the company does. Like, it's like Tesla or something, but you have to take charts with a grain of salt on stocks because if NIO announces that their battery plant exploded, you're going to see this go down. If they announce that they are, coming onto production with 7,000 new vehicles or something, price will go up. But right now, if you're just looking at the chart, you like that it's holding this area. 1, 3, 4th candle above. So if the week closes above that, I think the NIO looks ready to reverse. Ocean USDT. Damn, son. I drew it. Must be real. Like I said, this is a clean AF double bottom, neckline broken. You don't call it a double bottom till it breaks. So it became a double bottom here. Until here, this is not a double bottom. Close a candle above, retest. move away. Let's see what the target of that is. Oh, sorry, hit its target, because that's, even though that looks smaller, it's a logarithmic chart. So the target was like $1 or $1.39. So if you're trading it now, you just draw some new lines. That. So look, it broke the recent all-time high and is now retesting it as support. And it had real volume. Listen, this could drop, I don't know, but it had real volume. The biggest volume candle it's ever had, breaking that high. That's pretty bullish. Probably has a upside divergence to make me look stupid. Usually does in this scenario. Yeah, huge. But again, you're going to have that when RSI had to push to 80. It's like in a bullish trend. I don't know. Let's see, the 4 hour. Less of a concern. See, it made the high there and it's kind of coming down. And even has, you know, hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour from here to here and here to here. I mean, this is hugging support hard here. You clearly have, I wouldn't say a bull flag, it's probably a descending wedge. Something like this. Yeah, I think it was a little something like this. Get it? I gotta tell you, I needed this vacation. Even though it's not really vacation when you go with kids, it's a trip. It's a relocation. It's taking your life at home and moving it to somewhere else to do all the same things. If you're cooking for your children and changing diapers and things like that, you're not really on vacation, but at least I'm in a different place and doing less work. What I need a vacation from is Twitter. My God, that place. Brutal. Never been accused of so many things that I didn't do in my life. Like in 2 weeks, I can be accused of more things than I've been accused of in the previous 44 years. Whew. Man, it's a brutal edge. I always joked. People had told me that when you get over 100,000 followers on Twitter, it kind of becomes like unusable. And now it's like I'm over 250 or something. I can't use the platform. Like if you open it, it's just like a shitstorm of hate all the time. I can't like read anything. It's brutal. I don't really care, but it's pretty brutal. Accuse yourself. I accuse you of doing, I don't know. I don't even know what I accuse myself of. Ocean looks good though. Like, right, this is a descending wedge. It's holding support. Even if it drops down here, maybe you just wait till it breaks this line. Have at it. POWR, Ledger. Haven't heard of this in a long ass time. Ranges and ranges. Man, I used to, like, I lose this in 2017. Energy and democratizing energy in Australia. Cool. I was really passionate about POWR Ledger. Then I forgot about them, as tends to happen. I mean, that's not great. Doesn't look great. It's a weekly. I don't know. Too early in the week to tell. Just going to. I mean, I wouldn't have liked that line. I would have said it's kind of whatever, but dang. So I would say that this is kind of more of a key line now, because even with all that price action up, it's failed 1, 2, 3 times and heading away from that swing high right there. Like, you'd never want to be famous, man. I'm not famous, by the way. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't, you don't want notoriety. Just people come at you all the time. All the time. It's fine. It's fine. You know who you are, right? But it's annoying. I just don't like these upwicks. Sold, selling, 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 selling. Every time price has gone up, there's been selling. So it needs to clear out all those orders. I would say you want to be above 706. Something like this. I think obviously, and it's funny, anytime you see it's like the toxicity on Twitter rises when Bitcoin price goes down. It's obvious. I don't know your with POWR, man. I think above 586, you're still fine, right? look, I mean, all of this price action, this whole area is support, because look at all that. And it was rejected here. It finally broke through. And look at the volume breaking through that. So I like retesting this area, kind of. I don't know yet. Maybe it dips further. I don't know, because you could draw a line here. You could draw a line here. It's arbitrary. That's the deal. Power ledger. Coming back to the comments for a minute. Famous last words. I don't know what they were, but now I want to know because I said them. No, I'm about to do Ray next. Thank you. That's very kind. That's right, Maria. You accuse me. Yeah. I want to know what my famous last words were, Will. Will Brettel. 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 You're well noticed. You are noticed. But I can definitely tell you guys, I'm not scamming anyone. I charge $15 for a newsletter, and I'm not dumping or controlling and manipulating random coins that I have nothing to do with. It's fun to be accused of, though. It's an adventure every day. You're like, what am I going to open up Twitter to today? And there are people who said that I was the one who somehow hacked and market dumped Paid, which is just a coin I was trading. And because I had mentioned Paid before, that it must have been me. Meanwhile, I was a victim and lost a butt ton of money, although they relaunched today, and took a snapshot. So I think maybe that's all resolved. So anyone who called me a scammer for that probably got your money back. And the funny thing is, the people who do it are not the ones who actually were affected, right? It's not like they own the coin. They just want to dunk on you. Radium, USD. All these look the same because of these weird dump candles a few days back. Oh, that's actually just not even a few days back. So scratch that from the record. I would buy this. Like, this is probably it. The dip comes down here. Like, you've got this candle here, and really test this support. I would like that. I think you're going to find some resistance right here-ish, right? Because you had this strong move down. So that means there's people that were looking to sell here and didn't get to supply. Let me draw to supply. Yeah. So you can see that's exactly where that ended, right? So when you draw to supply, this is why I say, like, a line is trying to place orders directly on lines makes no sense. Everything is a zone. It's an area, right? And so when you pull supply and demand like this, it's much clearer, because, like, you would have drawn a line here and you would have said that got nowhere near resistance. But when you pull the supply zone, which is that last candle before the dump, all this price action, you see that this is where the resistance is, right? It got right to the EQ almost of that supply, a few pennies short. But so now you really want to push through this. Right now, if you're buying into this, you're buying right into this resistance. So your expectation is what? You might get to 1085 from 980. That's fine, but it's not like a huge move for. You want to flip this or buy it a little lower before it makes an attempt. So I don't love it like at this exact price, which is a common theme here. I'm sorry, I can't change it. And this is why, like, every day on the newsletter, I'm like, here's like 1 or 2 altcoins that look kind of good, but not ideal. When it's and we talk about risk management all the time. Don't lose more than 1% in your portfolio trade, whatever. The thing they don't tell you about, one of the biggest parts of risk management, is knowing when to sit on your hands and take no trades, and knowing when to, like, go way over that 1% or the percentage of your portfolio that you want to trade with. It's knowing when to be in the market and when to be out of the market is a huge part of managing your risk. Huge. Ren has been a beast. I was watching on the Bitcoin pair, so I don't really know. Let's delete all this crapo. All this is meaningless and uglying up my ugly chart. I hate this little charting on this little computer. Sorry. Does it look different? Like, does it look different on the screen, or does it kind of look the same for you guys? Scott, how do you manage to go on and ignore all the hatred and negativity? You, like, at some point lose faith in people. I don't, because like, I know that it's the loudest, the negative voices are the loudest ones, but like I get so much support. You guys are amazing. Like 99% of the community is amazing. It's just like that one section of the sort of like anonymous, probably 4chan loving. There's just a community that really dislikes me, which is fine. Like you don't have to be liked, but it's easy to ignore when you know, like, you know, I have plenty of positive things happening. The positivity still outweighs the negative. It's very frustrating to be accused of things that you just like, it's like so absurd, you know? And you gave me a virtual hug. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's not that hard to block out the negativity. You can just turn it off, right? It's just like you get to a point where when you open the platform, when you get to a certain level, it's just not worth checking the comments because it's either like accusations to some degree, but then also you guys have noticed like just scams. Like every influencer or whatever you want to call us on Twitter, you just have like these hundreds of scams, and you just like every time I open it, I have to just block, and I'm reporting. It's like a job trying to like not let people get scammed in my comments. It's fucking crazy. Crazy. I don't know if they're the dumbest. I think they're just the least happy. So back to Ren. Sorry. My friend John Sirwatch has been like just so bullish on Ren for so long here, and he's just been right. It's like, hey, what about Ren? Don't forget to tell everyone about Ren. He's right. He's been right. And I appreciate you guys' positivity, and I see the comments down here and stuff. That's not what I'm looking for. It's just sometimes like you do, like you need a break from it. You need a break. You need a break. It's funny. I went to, like, I've told this story probably before, but like I sang a cappella college. Mm-hmm. And in the like competing a cappella group, the most was John Stevens at the time, John Legend, and he lived in my freshman dorm. So he like lived right next to me, and he used to sing. We used to laugh because he used to listen to tapes of himself singing his freshman year of college and sing along with them. But we were friendly, and his wife Chrissy, somehow people believe that she was somehow like part of, I don't know, what was that company? There's a company online selling furniture, and people got convinced there was like a conspiracy theory that the furniture was actually like child trafficking. What's that company? Anyways, it's like a cheap furniture company. And then somehow, because she had like tweeted about pizza, someone said that was code for something with the child trafficking. And then literally like half the world thought that she was guilty of child trafficking, and she had to delete her social media or take it private. I mean, it's like, who is it worth being famous to have like literally like half the country believe in a conspiracy theory about you child trafficking when you're just like some nice girl who's trying to live her life? Not cool. Ren looks pretty good, right? This does look like it kind of topped here for a little while. But yeah, my wife reminds me of that. I mean, she's always like, at least you're not like Chrissy Teigen. But yeah, like if you get notoriety, people are just gonna like constantly come at you. It is what it is. Imagine being a politician where you know that like half the people that interact with you on a daily basis absolutely despise you. You gotta have balls of steel to deal with that. Would not want that. Low, high, low, high, low, high, low. This is just, I mean, this is a bullish chart. Higher highs, higher lows. I would say that that's your kind of key support area right there. I wouldn't want to break below it, but right now I want to be above this 1.38. Every coin is floating in, like, it's just floating right now between support and resistance. It's really hard to buy here. Like, you wouldn't buy this knowing it just got rejected there, so you want to be above it. Sorry, I'm not giving more amazing color on these charts, but there's just not that much to see. RSR is still sideways. Are you kidding me? Someone requests this every week, and like, and I just extend the channel a little bit. It looks the same since October. Since October. I don't know. Nice that it broke out there. Completely died. Came back in, rejected again, back in this range. I don't know. People love this coin. I'm sure it's amazing. I just don't see it on the chart ever. There's nothing here. It's just the most, like, just a daily chart. It's just boring. I don't know. Still, like, now maybe you have to extend the range up to here. Like just as a fun experiment, let's put this here. Put this here. Nah, I don't know. Seems forced. I don't know. This is just sideways chop. Even when it pumps, it retraces the entire move and more. I don't know how to touch this, and this is bad. So I'm not saying it'll whatever, but these are 2 shooting stars in a row. That's where price tries to push above, tries to push, sellers pwn you, just push it down. And then this is what I'm talking about. I always talk about one candle is meaningless, right? You just and then you see another green candle after it, you're like, doesn't matter. But when you see this and then you see stronger volume selling after that candle, I have no idea what this is going to do. This could moon. I have no idea. But if you are a chart person and you believe in candle structure and volume, you have volume, you have strong volume here on this shooting star, price completely returned below where the candle opened, and then a strong move down back below support on stronger volume. That's bad. Today's volume is nominal. It's almost non-existent. I don't know. Unless it says there's 20 hours left. What time did the day close on this coin? I have no idea. But this is not ideal. Sake token. I don't know, man. Looks good. It's a big Chad green candle, right? Bottomed out here. Top here, range for a while, broke above. Launched right off the EQ, as tends to happen. But don't worry about the range. I would say this is like, if you get it, I don't know, it might just whatever, but this is what you want. So like, if you can get an entry here, bam. You know, this basically bearishly SFP'd every single one of these candles. But this is like, there's no trading history here, guys. This is impossible. But this is a double, like, you could call this a double bottom, right? Whoa, that worked well. Glad I did it. Glad we tried. My magnet tool is trying to grab it, take it over there. All right, so double bottom, that's the break. But that probably, literally in this one candle, probably hit the target of this entire double bottom. Yeah, it did. It already hit the target of that pattern in one candle. Nice move. From 63 to, it's like a 50-something% move. Pretty good candle. So yeah, this looks bullish, but like it's in, you know, you still got all these levels here that were pierced and not broken. Maybe you call this, I don't know, this is kind of guessing because there's no price action, but something like that, you know, where all these candles topped out. So maybe you close above that, it's good. But it looks bullish. There's real volume. The real only volume you've seen since that exchange launch, since it hit Uniswap. Solana, 78.6. I mean, that almost retraced the entire move down up. Pretty good. Look at that chart. My God. Mountain, reverse mountain. That's crazy chart. That's crazy chart. That said, I think Solana is just generally bullish. Another company worth being bullish about. Another protocol, I should say. So you break that. That's it. Right. You got this little bull flag here on the move up. Bullish. You've retraced back. Got rejected. 78.6, 61.8. Maybe you want to be above that. I would just say this line. And if it drops down further, you buy it around that 50. More specifically, like right here, but everything around this area. You can buy it low. Got a golden cross here, but that's a result of all this. If it drops to the 50 MA, you catch that. But right now, I would say this is the chart, right? Zoom in. Fine, I'm going to go ahead and alarm that myself so that I can use that as a trade for clout one day. It's going to give me a warning. Yeah, I get it. Hate that. Yeah, I want to buy here if you're a knife catcher, but safer to buy it on breaking that and even retesting and heading back up. Super Farm. Dang, man, this thing's crushing. I tried to get it. So yeah, I tried to get into this, couldn't get into it. Then I tried to get whitelisted. I knew, like, I even called, like, contacted the dudes on the team. They said they were gonna whitelist me, and they didn't. Just like you guys, working my ass off, trying to get into some coins that are hyped. Didn't work out for me that time. Let's see what the 4 hour looks like. They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna whitelist you, man." Then it launched. Not whitelisted, man. Wish I had, because I'd be a lot richer right now. This is kind of hard to chart, man. It's got price history back a couple weeks, but I would say if this is your support, this is your resistance, you want to be above it. But there's nothing bearish about the chart, right? Sideways and up, flipping levels. So now I would say it's safest to buy it above 1775 on a flip to support. I would love to give you more information. I don't have it. Only a couple more charts here. I'm coming over here. Yeah, Chris, do you know Chris Hicks? Chris is my mentor. Not only do I know him, I bothered him until he made me a better trader. I'm the one that convinced him partially to start his group and to do an educational course, because when I met Chris in like late 2016, I met him on Twitter, like as a, he was a dude. I was following him. I was like, wow, there's a lot of bullshit information in this space. Like, people are just pumping and dumping and scamming and garbage. And I was like, this guy's charts are beautiful. His knowledge of trading is impeccable. His risk management is incredible. And I joined his paid group. Right? It was on Trello, and there were cards with setups. And I learned how to trade from joining his paid group. And then I eventually bothered him enough that I was like, you got to expand this. We need better information in this space. I was like, I don't want anything really. I just want to see like better information out to the masses. And he taught me so much of what I know. So much of what I know. And so yeah, actually the information on his group is in my description, because I think that people should join it. I do. No longer charting one. Did I skip one? Somebody added it. I never added it to the thing. Here, I'll pull up one. Sorry. Tough. I don't even know if these lines, but I mean, this is a nice rounding bottom. I'll tell you that. Move might be done though. I don't know. It's a tough chart. A lot of tough charts, man. Hard to know what's going on with these crazy altcoins. Just gonna blank this chart. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss it. I mean, I feel like I need to talk the whole time, but like normally if I was sitting here charting, I wouldn't be talking to myself. Kind of awkward. Chalk. Sure, my kids are like, "Hey, Dad, why are you talking to people on the internet? I want to go in the freezing ass water." So cold. So cold. It's supposed to be hot. It's Florida. What's going on? I don't know with one here, to be honest. I don't see anything particularly bad, but also like in the bed. Rounding bottom, heading up. I don't think this area, I don't think that line matters. I don't think any of these lines matter, man. I don't know. This is one of the weirder charts, because like you had this nice pump and it retraced even deeper than the entire thing. So yeah, I mean, look, this is a key area, right? Yeah, I think that's your story. Good above 73, because look, that's the top of this move down, and it's double support here, and I guarantee if we go back, we'll find. So yeah, I think above 73, you look good, and you should be heading up to the 123. Glad you came. Sushi, this whole area is kind of support. I remember that. Oh no. Can't do it on this little screen. It's so annoying. Oh, I'm gonna make it work. Make it work. I mean, Sushi's has just been a bomb trade, right? I mean, amazing. Look at that. Now you're ranging. Let's be honest about what Sushi is doing right now. It's doing what everything else is doing. It made this huge move up, and now it's just going to be in here until it decides what it wants to do. Why did you do that? Right? Something like that. You got to be above here. But Sushi was just added to Coinbase Pro with Matic, right? That seems good. Seems good. I don't know. This whole area, yeah. But that kind of lines up Q2, right? There's the EQ, touches the EQ of that trading range is this exact level of this, the top of this huge candle. So I would kind of draw it specifically there. This was an entry. That's why there's a box there. So you got to get out of this range for now. Yeah, that's it. Wish I had more to tell you. TBK Buzz, I had a TBK trade the other day in the newsletter, I think Monday, on Bitcoin. Let's see what the pair looks like. It's fine, still ranging. Didn't go as well as I hoped there. I think it was like we were like here and it was above that line. Now in the range. I mean, it's basically at the entry, a couple sats down. Fine. Nothing, still looks fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but that didn't go as well as I would have hoped. But wait, I said the first target was the top of the, would it be like right here? So that was it right there. 1311 to 145. 9, 8, 9, 10%. Yeah. It's not what we're here for, bro. Nobody in crypto cares about a 9, 10% move. We all need those 9 exits or didn't happen. Or you were wrong, man. And this again, this looks good, man. I thought too, yeah. I mean, and by the way, Terraventure is an awesome platform. I wrote a review. I wrote a TLDR kind of thing on my blog about it. It's just so cool. NFTs are awesome, but it's like a virtual reality space where you hang your NFTs and you have rooms and you have your galleries and your whole life. It's kind of like got a Ready Player One vibe. Just really cool, man. And they've done partnerships with a lot of big, like real companies, not like, you know, hey, I did a partnership with another company in crypto that nobody really cares about. Hey, I mean, every day, somebody like that I know or who knows me, whatever, I get like a Telegram message or a DM in Twitter that's like, hey, man, we did this partnership announcement. Can you tweet this for me? And I used to tweet everything for everyone. And then everyone said I was a paid shill. All the time. Now I like literally, I don't tweet about anything, even stuff that I like a lot of the time, because people just assume you're getting paid. And in reality, you're just trying to tweet something cool for a friend. Hey, sorry to bitch about Twitter today. Was not my intention, but you got a low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. I would want it above that. If it drops, I mean, this is nice. It's holding the top range. Again, it's amazing how much all coins can look alike, but this is what you theoretically want. Or maybe you get it down here and then head up. And if it breaks down here, you're out because you'll be below the 50 and you'll be below the range. Is that simple enough? That should be the answer. That whole drama that I had with paid was because I sent a tweet when Kyle, the team at Paid, like they were like, hey man, we launched today. And I wrote a tweet that was like, congratulations to Paid. You guys had a great launch. And then someone obviously said I was paid to do it. And that was a scammer, that I defended it as a scam. And then when they got hacked, everyone, of course, goes back to my old tweet and says, see, you said it wasn't a scam. It's not a scam. They got hacked. The company's fine. But the point being, I was just trying to be nice and have now paid for it for a month. Cool. XMR, dude, I don't know, man. This chart, this never goes anywhere. Rejected. I mean, none of this matters. It just looks crappy. When it got rejected here, that was a pretty good signal. But this is like, if you're a supply demand dude, this has basically retraced back all the way to this demand, tapping the top. So I could see you buying this. I mean, this is it, right? This is the low lows, the forever lows are here. So but you're going to have resistance here, and you're going to have resistance here, you're going to have resistance here. I still would want to see a clean break of this blue line to touch Monero, to be honest, unless you're like, you know, doing drug deals and got to sell that crack to someone in, I don't know, I'm not even going to name a country. Someone will say I said something bad about their country. I don't know. That's all the charts you guys asked me for. Bitcoin's kind of like doing whatever over here. Look at that. See, supply and demand. Talk about that. There's the supply off that last up candle. That's where this move stopped. This is the last resistance on the Bitcoin chart. Of course, we're going to have some resistance. Hi, Mom. It's okay. No, you can say hi to everybody though. My mom came in. She's going over there. Yeah, so just checking out a few more comments here. Guys, I did not do that this time. TVK and Nord are just rocking. Yeah, dude, they're awesome. See, like, I love these new projects. Yeah, the problem is, as I say to everyone, like I post the trades in the newsletter and stuff. It's like they're new projects, but that means that they're like a ton of risk. Like you cannot invest anything that you don't mind literally going to zero in any of these new projects. I get really excited about them. I'll buy 50 of them. Like I think it's awesome. I want to be there when one of these companies like a TVK, you know, and Terra Ventura with NFTs like changes the world. They're amazing. Like this is one of the rare places where you can like buy these tokens and invest in these companies you would never be able to invest in the real world that's not crypto. But you also have to accept that like this situation with Paid, right? I mean, they got hacked and they didn't have their security up to snuff because they probably had an amazing idea, but were not the best at understanding the smart contract and the security, and they got hacked and exploited. So you like, that's the problem in this space. If you're going to start a company and a project, you not only have to be like a brilliant entrepreneur who has a great idea, you have to have someone on your team who really like can secure it and understands the contract and the whole tech side. So I think that like it's just very risky, but there's amazing things. Snagged a pet. See, I haven't gotten into Top Shot yet. One of my very normie friends absolutely loves it. Like he doesn't really he'll trade Bitcoin sometimes for fun, but he got into NFTs really hardcore. That's how I know that NFTs are the real thing, because people who are not have not been touching crypto to some degree are getting into that. What do you think of Earn? I posted Eternity chart yesterday. I think it's such a cool project. And again, that was one that went up 50% yesterday and then retraced. Like it's an amazing project, but it's brand new. So, you know, trade it at your own risk. But I think it's great, and I bought some. Yeah, guys, I got to run. Once again, newsletter tomorrow is free, so sign up for that. I thank you for spending this time with me. Seriously, it's awesome. Love it. It was actually a nice little break from parenting and doing family things. So once again, guys, I will hopefully have a couple more videos this week, but I'm not sure about another live stream, but I'll be back in full force on Monday. Thank you, guys.